Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha Hotel Lima.
Yes, sir, got that. What's the name?
Yes, sir, got that. What's the name?
Name's Nathan here in West Virginia.
Roger, Nathan, and what radio are you running?
Roger, Nathan, and what radio are you running?
I'm running AZU FT-710.
Okay, so you sound like you might be just slightly off frequency. Slightly off frequency. We're on 7188.00, Roger? 7188.00.
Roger, 7188.00.
Roger that. How's that sound there?
Well, there you go. There you are. Yeah, just beautiful. You know, it's for me, it's so hard to critique an audio, system that is not exactly on a frequency, because it kind of blurs, and then it becomes very distracting as far as being able to, absolutely tell what's going on. But I think it sounds pretty good. Now, why don't you give me about, I've got a pretty good copy. I'm using my PASDR. So why don't you give me about 10 or 15 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, and I'll look around and see if I can find even a better path for us, Roger.
System, and I'll look around and see if I can find even a better path for us, Roger.
Roger that, yeah. I'm running a newly using a 64-to-1 Unin. I've got roughly, I think we folded it back to about 133 feet. It kind of starts at 20 foot high, ends up down about 8.5 off the ground on the far end, running north to south. But that seems to be doing okay, at least for 40 and 20. 80 meters, I can't quite get in the general band, but it seems to be doing well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, there's an old proverb, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so sometimes it's just simpler to forget those other bands. If they're not, if your life doesn't depend on those other bands and you enjoy what's going on, sometimes it's better just to not rock the boat and keep on keeping on, Roger?
Sometimes it's better just to not rock the boat and keep on keeping on, Roger.
Yeah, Roger that. That's kind of the way I was thinking about it. If it's not broke, don't try to fix it, because I was really shooting. I knew 40 and 20 were the bands I'd like to be working on anyway.
Yes, sir. And there's all kinds of dragons out there ready to bite you on the whatever, One of those is RF and the AF. If you get a bad case of RF and the AF, man, it takes you a while to be able to figure that out, and that always is lurking in the background. If you're running, particularly if you're running any kind of power. Now, it's not so bad if you're just, running 100 watts, but when you start to run, say, a KW or 800 watts, somewhere in there, then that dragon raises his head and looks for a way to jump into your audio,
His head and looks for a way to jump into your audio,
Yeah, for sure. Especially, this is only my second day ever on HF, so I'm still a green general license holder. It's all new to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you're a couple of things. The book on your radio is your second Bible. The first Bible is your ALC reading. And you should become familiar with a couple of things there. One of those is, and you might make note of it and be able to check it out on your owner's manual or operator's manual, and that is about the transmit bandwidth called TBW. And what that is a restriction that goes on your transmitter if you happen to select the not the best one, and retards your high frequency capabilities in your transmitter, and you become less articulated than you can be. So what we recommend, and you might make note of this on the TBW, is called wide TBW 100 to 2900, and I'll repeat that, wide 100 to 2900. And when you select that choice, you open up that transmitter to operate as just best that you can, Roger?
To operate as just best that you can, Roger?
Roger that. I made note of that. I will have to read into that.
Yes, sir. And the other part of that's the setup, and I know that you haven't been an operator for very long, so I'll just give you our setup if you want to take notes there. Would be your compressor processor, and we're looking for just a third of that, but it would be processor compressor on at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how it's labeled. We're just looking for a third of that compressor processor. So there you go, just 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. And then we would move to a thing called ALC, if you're still taking notes. And ALC, we usually suggest that you run that mid-scale to 2/3. You have an ALC meter on your radio, and when you find out where that is, you look at that, and as you say the word audio and transmit, audio, don't say it hard, just say it as you would say any other word in a QSO, and adjust your mic gain until your ALC meter is running to the right of center. To the right of center, Roger?
To the right of center. To the right of center, Roger?
Roger that. Make a note of it.
Yes, sir. That would get you going pretty well. You could use a little more top-end, more notes. You could use a little more top-end in your audio with your equalizer. Now, we're giving you a full test of everything that, not everything, but some of the things that might help you along. And I would suggest 4 clicks boost on your treble EQ, 4 clicks boost on your treble EQ, and brighten your signal up just a little bit, Roger?
And brighten your signal up just a little bit, Roger?
Roger that. Made some more notes.
Well, that's about it. I mean, if you crank those in, and then we'll give a listen to it and see what it sounds like. If you get a chance, maybe join us next Friday after you've been able to crank in all those notes, and we'll see what we got there. It should sound just beautiful. And in the meantime, if you want to hear how your radio sounds at the moment, it's kind of at the moment. We're recording now. So if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3100, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. Roger?
I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Roger that. That was KC9JKV.
KC9VKV. Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. Roger?
VKV. Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. Roger?
QSL. Got it.
Roger, and the handle there is Nathan. Is that a Roger?
Roger, and the handle there is Nathan. Is that a Roger?
Yeah, roger that.
Roger, Nathan. Well, let me say 73 to you, sir. Pleasure meeting you, and hopefully maybe next Friday, like I say, you can join us, and you have a chance between now and then to crank in some of those numbers we talked about, and I'll see what it sounds like. So 73, Nathan.
All right, 73 to you also. Appreciate it. Thank you for the help.
Yes, sir, Nathan, 73. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.